Week 4 coming at you with your Tuesday upper body workout. We're going to start it out with a warm-up. We're going to go through 3 times with this. Actually, we're going to go through 2 times with this warm-up. We're going to start with 6 inchworms. We've done these quite a bit in the past, but I'll just demo real quick. Inchworm, you're going to hinge. You're going to walk your arms out to that plank position. Walk them back. 6 inchworms, followed by 6 elevated push-ups. So from an elevated space, or you can use the wall. Push-ups. After that, we've got 10 plank YTs. So a couple options. You can do these plank or you can do them hinging. So from a plank position, you're just gonna make a Y with your arms and then a T, Y, T. If you're bent over, you can do this similarly. Y, T position. Just to get those shoulders nice and warmed up. Then we're gonna grab a band or your sweatshirt or a PVC pipe, and we're gonna go 10 over and backs, followed by 10 around the world. So over and back. This band's a little snug for me. And then around the world. And then we'll get into our workout, our upper body workout. Today we've got 4 sets of 10 bent over rows. So we did these in week 2. So grab a weight of your choice. Get creative with what you've got at home. So bent over rows, you're gonna hinge. You're gonna have your arms straight underneath you. You're going to pull your weight to your sternum, kind of right below your chest, between your chest and your belly button. Bring that barbell to you, or if you've got dumbbells, similar positioning. You can also do this with a band. So wrap a band around the rig, and then in that seated position, these are seated rows, but you get the similar movement, pinching those shoulder blades together behind you. No rocking as you're rowing. I don't want you using that lower back for those rows at all. So we're going 4 times 10 of the bent over rows. Then we're gonna do 6 each side. So we'll go 4 times through 6 on each side of a curl to press. So using a weight that you have available, we're gonna do a curl movement. So curl into a press. This is a compound movement. So we're curling and we're pressing. From the side, curl, press. You can bring that down however you would like to. If you've got a band, you can do this with a band. My band might be a little snug for me to be able to pull it overhead, but again, you would just curl and then push overhead. So you need a less thick band than I've got available down here. So make sure you're doing it on both sides, curling and pressing. That is one movement. And then we're gonna do downward dog push-ups, 3 times 8 repetition of downward dog push-ups. So similar to how we did kind of tricep push-ups in the past, or elevated push-ups really, we're gonna get in this downward dog position, and it just has you pushing using a little bit different muscles than you do in a traditional push-up. So get in that good downward dog position. And what you want to do is make kind of a triangle with your forehead and your hands. So I'm going to aim my forehead just in front of my fingertips here. And then I'm going to push all the way back into my downward dog position. You'll notice it does feel a little bit different than a traditional push-up. It is a little bit more challenging. You can do this from an elevated position as well. So if I were going to use my couch for this, I would still try to get in that downward dog position, and I'm still aiming in front of my fingertips here for my forehead, and then pushing my head between my elbows in this finished position. So those are our downward dog push-ups. And then we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 repetitions of an upright row. So instead of a bent over row, we're gonna do an upright row. Again, we're using different muscles here as we're pulling, keeping those elbows high and pulling up. You can do this with a band. You can also do this with a barbell. This is your upright row. I think I demoed this in week 2 with a backpack. So fill that backpack up with weight, bring it up high. Finally, we've got 2 sets, 30 shoulder taps. So we've done this for a warm up, I believe. We might have also done them on a total body day, but your shoulder taps, nice plank position. Hold that plank, hold that core, and you're just going to tap your opposite shoulder. Try to keep that core stable and not rock your booty back and forth, your hips back and forth as you're doing it. Keep it nice and stable. That gets challenging. All right, so we'll go through 2 sets of that of 30 shoulder taps. Then we'll get into about 5 minutes of recovery. So scorpion stretch. That's gonna stretch out this arm here, as well as your thoracic spine. So you're gonna be laying down on the ground, arms spread out wide. I don't know if you guys can see me. Spread out wide. You're gonna take one leg and bring it over the other leg, rotating, keeping your shoulder touching the ground. You're getting that nice stretch. Here, this is better. And just holding there for 5 or 10 seconds. Back and forth. That's our scorpion stretch. And then we've got straight leg sit and reach. So yesterday we did a V-sit. Now we've got a straight leg. So as far as your lower back lets you and your hamstrings will let you reach, it's okay if you can only reach this far. This is how far I used to be able to reach. I've been working on my mobility a little bit. So now I can actually stretch and reach my toes. I do try not to round my back too much as I'm reaching. I try to keep it in a kind of neutral position. Just feeling that stretch all along the back of my hamstrings. And then we've got the cat-cow. So in this quadruped position, just switching between arching your back and rounding your back. And then a lat stretch. So find the elevated position that you can get into, put your elbows on, send your head between your elbows. Feel that nice stretch all the way down your triceps and your lats. And that's our recovery for today.